10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Howdy guys, you know what time it is. It's been a long while. I'm finally back for Let's Talk Cambridge United.
Guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back. Tell a friend. Yes.
So as the time of recording this, it's the 4th of January. No new signings at the moment, so sorry to disappoint you. It feels very weird being back here doing this. It feels incredibly weird. I think the last time we actually did one of these was in June or July. A lot's changed since then. The last one I think I did was actually talking about the new signings that we had, and they've done unbelievably well, a lot of them. Some of them not so much, but anyway, I'm going off trail already. So you can tell how long ago it was I did one of these. So what have I been up to in the time I've been off? Well, a lot of you, if you've been following the channel, other than for just these talk videos, you'll notice I've joined Cambridge United. I am the media officer for Cambridge United Women. Video all the games, do lots of stuff behind the scenes. Some you might notice, some you won't. Loving it to pieces, absolutely love it. Other than that, that's really about it. We went to Wembley, went to Selhurst Park. You may have seen a lot of the videos. It's been a crazy few months. Hard to actually pinpoint an amazing part. It all obviously started in March. Over the summer it went crazy, got even crazier towards the end of the summer, and now we're here. You'll have to sort of understand these first few episodes back in the new year are going to be very sort of small, short and unorganised, because trying to get back into the rhythm of what I'm doing with this is very difficult. Obviously, being since June, I've not done any sort of talk show, I've not done any interviews or anything at all. Basically, I've basically been behind a camera since I think it was July. I've maybe done the odd appearance on a video, and we've tried to take it forward, like focus more on the match day sort of thing. But it's sort of nice to drop back to where you all go, to where you like to go. You like to get your information from. Whether I'm the right person to be giving you the information is the question, but if you love it, then these will continue. Upcoming events and games over the next few weeks. Coming up this weekend, most importantly on this Sunday at Mildenhall Town Football Club, Cambridge United Women will be taking on Southampton in the FA Cup in the second round proper. Unbelievably excited for this. It's an FA Cup weekend, so talk more about the men in a minute. But FA Cup weekend, they've done unbelievably well this season. Sitting top of the league is one thing, but being in the FA Cup second round, I feel is really special. FA Cup is a special competition. Always chance for an upset, and we did that a few weeks ago when they beat Queen's Park Rangers. Obviously on the Monday, Cambridge United men obviously playing one of the biggest games since Manchester United, playing Leeds in the FA Cup third round proper. I think it'll be a good one, almost a sellout. At this point in time, it was almost a sellout. I should think we will sell it as I think yesterday when I was looking, which was the 3rd, there was about, I think it was 500 tickets left, if that. So I'm guessing Leeds have already completely sold out. There's probably the odd ticket for the Habin or something like that. Can we win it? Yes. I don't see why not. Looking at it logically, you'd have to say it's going to be an unbelievably difficult game. Leeds sitting 5th in the Championship. Gary Monk doing the absolute amazing job at Leeds. He's turning it around. I wouldn't be surprised to see him in the playoffs. If not, the way they're going, I wouldn't be surprised to see him in the automatic promotion towards the end of the season. I think they're that good at the moment. But we did see a tweet on I think it was the Monday or the Sunday, Leeds actually tweeting out on behalf of Gary Monk saying that Leeds will be making changes for the upcoming cup game. So I'm obviously expecting a few first team names to drop out and step in a few youngsters who are still going to be really good. I'm hoping Rob Green's going to be in goal more than anything else, because I know he's going to get a lot of abuse from people, especially about that funny World Cup moment in 2010.
Dempsey. Oh, and Rob Green's let it in. It's a howler.
Earlier today, I'm waiting on this surface when it's wet and slippery in the ball. Who's going to be the first keeper to kind of let the cell phone go in? And then
Can't think why. Anyway, we're all here for the... Well, we're not all here for the Notts County review. I'm doing just a brief overhaul of the review. What a game that was for us. Notts County, that was awful from them. Honestly, that was probably the worst performance I've seen from them when they played us. I was just going to be happy for maybe a 1-0 or a 2-1 win. 4-0, I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. Luke Berry with 2 goals. I honestly thought at one point he was going to snatch a hat-trick. I don't see why he couldn't have done it. That would have been... What is he on? Is he on 1 hat-trick for this season or is it 2? I think it's 1. But anyway, Luke Berry is one of the most awful players in League 2. He scuffs every single shot. He's one of the worst players in the history of our club. Wink, wink. Big teams don't come for him. You don't want him. He's awful. And the big man himself, Uche Ikpeazu. I think it was 3rd time's the charm for it to go across the line, because it was a very scrambled goal, but it was a really nice one. And to see the way he celebrated it as well, with saluting the fans as part of the celebration, it was really nice to see. Fans love him. He's doing the job. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing people walking around with Uche shirts and things like that. I got some goosebumps last night because Uche actually retweeted the clip that I got of him celebrating the goal from in the Newmarket Road end. It was tweeted through another Twitter account, but I did give them permission to use the actual video. Yeah, it gave me goosebumps. I don't really know why, but it did. It was kind of special, I suppose. And then the little magic man himself he had to pop up and get another goal. What is that? Is that his 6th of the season? Is it his 6th? I think it's his 6th goal. And he's coming up close to doubling his target for what he got last year. He got 4 last year, and one was that incredible goal against Wimbledon in the playoffs. He did do a goal, not similar, but just as incredible against his former club at Accrington. I'm still very annoyed I missed that game. I'm unbelievably upset that I missed that game. But when you have work commitments, there's nothing you can do to get out of it, as much as I tried to. Let's talk about the 3 goals in 13 months that we've scored against Notts County. It's becoming something of a habit now. It started off with the when Roy Carroll was slightly, I'd say, ticked off with Ben Williamson, where he booted it against his back. It flew over and into the net. That was the start of it all. I think that was Williamson's first goal at the Abbey as well. So to score something like that was pretty cool. And then we go to the away fixture, which I was there as well. I think I missed that goal as well. Like I've missed all 3 of them personally, and I'm annoyed with myself about it, but I know there is nothing I could have done, because you don't expect something like that, but you should now. We should expect it. And in the away game, Luke Berry did pretty much the same thing again, apart from he sort of jumped to get it and slot it past the keeper. And then it was weird because it was almost identical to the goal he scored on Monday. I will put. I've probably put something on the screen. If not, I'll do it now. But those 3 goals in 13 months, that's crazy. I mean, I'm sure we've seen Luke Berry do something similar to that this season as well. I think he did something like that against Exeter, I'm going to say. Or it was just a terrible back pass. He picked it up and went round and in, or whatever, something like that. That's what I think it was, but my memory's not as good as it once was. I'm getting old these days. I'm getting old. Moving on to transfer rumours and departures. We've seen Sean Long go, and we've also seen Tom Dallison go back to their parent clubs. Can't really say I'm surprised. They didn't really... I know some people are going to hate me for this, but they didn't really do much. They didn't get their chance to do much as well. Because obviously we started putting runs together. They got put on the bench, and that's about pretty much where they stayed. So, and we've also seen Keith Keane leave the club and sign for Rochdale permanently. Really disappointed with that. I really did like Keith Keane, and I really would have liked to have seen him play a lot more in a Cambridge shirt. It's really disappointing to see something like that, because he's a really good player. I feel personally he didn't get a long enough of a chance, because he was, I think he played like 6 games or something for us. Then he got injured, and sort of we'd never seen him in a Cambridge shirt again, which is really disappointing. I thought he was an unbelievable player when he actually did play for us. And we've also seen Elliot Omazusi leave the club. I don't think he's actually signed for anybody at the moment. I think he's still recovering from is it a broken foot that he had, or a broken toe or something like that. He was still recovering from that. I mean, at least it clears the shirt number 22 up for somebody who can probably use it now. Please bring a striker in at the number 22. Please, Sean, bring another striker in so you can wear 22. Anyway, transfer rumours. We've been linked with a Spanish player. I can't actually remember where he's from, but I will have a quick look on my Twitter, because I was tagged in it by the main man, Connor himself. I think the club's name is CD Hinos? Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Saying they've released this club statement saying transfer of our player, is it Jimenez? And he's come to Cambridge United, play in our division, which is equivalent to the Spanish 3rd division. You may see it on here say her. This whole thing is actually translated from Spanish, so it's a pain to sort of. It's never going to be perfect English, but you can make out that this player has come to Cambridge, whether they're playing. Actually going to be a first team player, or whether it's just going to be whether it's a youngster going into the youth ranks at United. I don't know, because we simply haven't heard anything from the club, which is a little disappointing. Maybe in the coming days they'll announce something, because we haven't announced anything other than Max Clark is staying till the end of the season, which is, don't get me wrong, that's really good, but I want to see him play more. And another transfer. Well, this is a loan that I'm aware of, that I saw from an Eastleigh fan group, that they are being linked with a possible loan move for Joe Pigott to be playing here for Eastleigh. Yeah, I can get it. He's not done anything for us at the moment. Sean's been very sort of harsh, saying his fitness isn't up to schedule, up to par, and things like that, and he needs to improve. Going to Eastleigh will certainly do that for him. I think if he starts scoring some goals, he might come back, but I think now we've found what we want. The only way he'll ever be playing or scoring goals will be as a backup striker, I suppose, or something like that. But going to Eastleigh to get some minutes under your belt is probably the best option for him at this point. Upcoming videos, I've definitely got 2 planned over the next week, which is Cambridge United Women versus Southampton and Cambridge United Men versus Leeds. If I've got time, I'll do a Let's Talk Cambridge United, but I can't promise anything because I'm really strapped for time these days. I want to do at least one of these once every other week if I can. If I can do it every week, I will, but every other week is what I'm aiming for. Hey, I've just talked about that and I didn't even realise I put it in my notes. So I wrote down yesterday scheduling on the Let's Talk video, so I've just spoke about that, so whatever. Our current form, can you say anything? I think it's at top. I think we are top of the current form table now. What is it, winning 7 or 6, drawing 2. We're only at the top though through the amount of goals we scored. If you said at the beginning of the season we'd be top of the form table and in the playoff spots by just after Christmas, I'd have probably said you were smoking something very, very strange and you need a slap around the face, because the form we were in at the beginning of the season was unbelievable. I still can't pinpoint to this day what was wrong. I'm sort of putting it down to players not gelling right or something like that. Something just wasn't going right behind the scenes. Yeah, if you said we were at top of the form table and Cambridge United women would be top of the league just after Christmas, I'd have bitten your hand off. I'm so happy that is the case though. I really am. It's time for my say on the gaffer. Now, personally, I'm really happy he did get the vote of confidence from the board, because we knew he wasn't a bad manager. I know getting towards the end, I think it was even Morecambe when we lost 3-0. I even said in a video, I think it's time for you to go now. It's that sort of anger that you have. You always wanted to see him do well. I never, up to that point in time, I'd held on, and finally that little point, it snapped, and I was like, something needs to change. And I'm glad it didn't, and I'm glad I don't have anything to say in football like this, because if it did, me and a lot of you guys who called him out months ago would have made a hell of a big mistake, because he could have gone to another club, succeeded really well, gotten promoted, and we look at it as like, oh great, and here we are back in the conference. But honestly, I'm glad he's still in charge. Finally, he's just started celebrating with the fans at home again, which is nice to see. I know people say Derry isn't the right man still to get us promoted. I think he will. It's just a case to see how we do in League One. I mean, he was in charge of Notts County at League One level and they got relegated. But let's face it, Notts County was a team always doomed for relegation. It's nothing he really could have done to stop it. Still, I'm glad he's still in charge, and there's not anything more I'm going to say on the matter. And hey, that's all my notes done. So I'm up to, at recording this point, I'm up to half an hour recording for 30 minutes. Hopefully you'll probably only see about 10 minutes of this video anyway, so there's a lot to do. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this one as much as I have done recording it. It's been a lot of rambling, but very enjoyable. Hopefully I might be back next week. If not, I'll be back the week after. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you then. Peace.